Hello everyone, welcome back to Crohn's Magic Corner. I'm Rachel Arazo, your intuitive divination mentor. Let's make sure that I'm live and all is good. Let's see. I was also working on a super secret project right before this, so that's finishing up in the background. Let's see. Let's get these comments pulled up. I hope everyone is doing fabulous. It's Friday. Woo! Hi Lauren, hi Judy. Hope you're doing fabulous. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. I'm gonna pop up comments on the side here too, because I'm on my phone here and then I'm gonna pop it here. Let's see. I got sound. Let's look. It would help if I took the headphone out. Uh-oh. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Brenda. I'm not getting sound. Oh, it would help. It would if it was... It would help if it was plugged in. Then I'd be able to hear. Yep, there we go. Oh, jeez. I'm a dork. Hi, Brenda. I can hear you fine. Cool. Jeez, I am like the dorkiest of dorks. Hi, Jennifer. And if you're tuning in afterward, give me a hello. Let me know. I'm trying out a new setup today. I've got a Bluetooth for the first time, so I'm not attached to my phone, which is amazing. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let's see. Let's make sure. Got everybody here. Let me know what you're grateful for today. Today for Fun Fridays, right? We're talking about what we're grateful for the week, right? What we're appreciative. That way, we're actually working on being present, right? So this week I was working at... What was it? I was working at Mountain Metaphysical this week here in Colorado Springs. It's over by Manitou City. Well, it's like in between Manitou and Colorado and Old Colorado City. There's Colorado and then there's Old Colorado City. So I was over there on Sunday and I was there yesterday doing the meditation circle. Had an awesome reading over there as well. I got to invite a lot of people here to the group and speak to new people in my area, which was wonderful. I had a lot of great things happen this week. I've got a super special project that I got a download for, and I started surveying some of you, which is awesome. Thank you for popping in and letting me ask you questions. And I'm refining it, and I've already got some wonderful students that are going to join us for the super special program I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to drop you hints about it, and then I'll probably tell you all about it. We've got all kinds of fun stuff happening right now. Had a mixture of the good and the bad this week. I'm not going to say anything about that. Well, if I need to, I'll say something about that. But I had a mixture of the good and the bad this week, but that's how things happen, right? You get the shadow and you get the light. Yesterday in the meditation circle that I'm running locally, we talked about Not, the Norse goddess of darkness and night, personification of the dark. Everything about the dark is what she is. So yesterday was interesting working with her because she sees the shadow and all kinds of things. Got to work with her with some brand new students. I love it so much. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Caitlin. I just talked to you this morning. Hi. Awesome. Everybody can hear me. Thank you so much. Lauren says, I'm grateful for making it through the week, but also finding someone who's actually going to listen to me and help me with my health. Yes. Totally feel that. This week has been a health thing. That's the thing I'm going to wait to talk about until I go see the doctor again. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Adrian. I'm so glad that you were able to join us live. Thanks for popping in. And on top of that, within this past week, last week we had that awesome workshop, right? Where I taught you what business modality that absolutely fits you. That was an amazing workshop. It's still available, by the way, for free. You're able to hop onto the Thinkific platform, which has now been fixed. You're able to hop onto the Corona Academy Vault and grab that for freestyle. But that was so information packed, and it made me so happy because so many of you started getting results already because we were able to funnel you down and get you some focus and no more shiny object syndrome. So that was like, that was amazing. Hi, Wendy. Let's see, why did my screen go dark? What's happening? Why is battery wow. This stupid strip. My power strip keeps turning on and off, so it's like, wait, why is battery saver on? It wasn't charging in the first place. But hi, Wendy. I hope you're doing fabulous today. If no one's told everybody in the chat today, you're beautiful, you're sexy, and you're powerful, and you're an amazing business owner, you're an amazing diviner, your psychic shit is on point, and like all of the amazing vibes are coming off of you right now. So if you need some boost today, there you go. You're fabulous for being here. Let's see, Judy says, I'm grateful that my mother is doing well and is home. She's been in and out of emergency since the beginning of January. Oh no. And I'm grateful for medical marijuana. Yeah! Whatever helps with the pain. Whatever helps you feel better and get the treatment that you need, right? So I'm glad that she's doing better. Sending all of the happy, like, Care Bear stare hugs and vibes to your mother. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So today... Of course, I'm going to tell stories along the way because I like telling you guys stories. I'm going to talk to you about the easiest way that you can make money and save time as a business owner when you've got a 9-to-5 and going to school and a family to feed with zero hustle. Because I've totally been there. I hate hustling. I hate constantly content creating. Well, I like creating content, but there gets to that point where it's really overwhelming, right? Where you're like, I have to make something new. I have to keep giving them things. Otherwise, they're going to go away and it's going to disappear. But I also have a life. I've got bills to pay. I've got emergencies that happen. Like I had some emergencies this week I had to deal with. I've got a car that keeps breaking down, or I've got my own wounds that I'm healing from. I don't want to hustle in my business. This is supposed to support me, not... be a hindrance. And the big thing about running a business or a practice, this goes for my maidens who are still working on their spiritual practices. We want to treat that practice or that business like a person that you're in a relationship with, right? If you don't, then, well, if you don't do that, it's okay. But if we put it in that kind of context, then that prevents you from overworking yourself, from staying up all night working on this person when they're like, shut up and go to sleep. It lets you put things more into that kind of perspective. It's like our cards, how they have their personality of their own. They have questions that are great for them, strengths and weaknesses, things like that. Same thing for your business and your practice. You don't want to be up hustling all day, stressing out about memorizing keywords, or going out and, beating the pavement like an Avon lady, Avon calling on the door, trying to get people to hop onto your business, because that's really salesy, that's really creepy, that's really icky, and it's not sustainable. That's how you get burnout so quick, right? Hi, Kelly. I hope you're doing fabulous. So, the reason why this is so important to me, right? Because all the things that I teach you, I like being that coach, that teacher that walks their talk, right? So why the hell am I talking about this today? So when I first started my business, just to give you a little bit of a background, I was 4 months postpartum. I was about to begin my last semester of college. I was in there for 5 years getting my degree in theater, and a minor in American Sign Language. I was doing 2 work studies. I was modeling for the art department. I love being a model. I'm very good at being still for like 5 hours on end. That's my Taurus in me. I'll be there and then every once in a while move something and I'll put it right back in place. And I was working in the costume department for our theater. So there would be days where I would literally be rocking. I'd be baby wearing my daughter in like the $20 wrap that you can get from Walmart. She's on my chest giving my husband a break because he was a stay-at-home dad and he was taking care of her all day. And I'm in work study with her on my chest and I'm rocking back and forth, singing quietly while sewing on the Juki. And there's some photos. If you're friends with me here on Facebook, you can go take a look when she was younger. My daughter in this Moby wrap, like on my chest, and you could see her with these giant hats on. That's me working in the costume department. They were picking out hats for a show, and she's like with these wide brimmed hats on. But that was what I was doing, and then at the same time, I was like, we need more money. We need pamper money. And I really like being a reader, so let me try this reading thing. And I started my reading Etsy shop. And I've told you about me overgiving on when I first got my readings, and really revamping my shop. My first coach that I invested in was an Etsy coach, and I still work with her. She's fantastic. But the biggest thing that I had issues with is I had so much going on. I was tired. I was stressed out. When I first started my business, that was the first time I ever pulled an all-nighter. I had a final that was due the next morning for stage design, where I had to make a physical set, because when you learn how to be a stage designer or a set designer, you have to build models. And I've done it before, where I had taken a previous set design class where I had to sit there and I had to cut out all of the little things. I had to make a set for Hedda Gabler. I did one for, what is the name of the play? It was a coffee shop in California, and we had to do one for the proscenium stage, so it's like a movie where I'm looking at you, or even right now how I'm looking at you, this would technically be a proscenium stage because there's 3 walls right here. Well, it looks like a wall when really it's a dresser right there. And then we had to do one for the round, so the stage is in the center and seating is all around it, so there's no walls. You can't put up walls, otherwise the audience can't see, right? So that's what I did. And I was up till it was a 24 hours. I was up for 24 hours, stopping every once in a while to breastfeed my daughter, building this set for, I can't even remember. The idea was we had to create an experience. Like, instead of doing it for a show, we had to create a walkthrough experience for an audience based off of a song. So I picked Winter by Voltaire. It's like, come close to me. It's like this big old choral ancestral piece. I adore that song. You can go look it up. Actually, I might be able to find it for you real quick while we're on live. And it's all just about winter. So I was like, I'm going to make this really pretty Christmas themed set where there's no seating, or there's different platforms of the stage, and there's sofas where people can sit down and have cocoa. There's this giant Christmas tree in the middle that I knit. I knit the freaking thing. No, I didn't knit, I crocheted it, so the next day it had all these little baubles and stuff all over it. But I was up all night, and I was exhausted. So, because I know how that feels, I am not good without my sleep. I'm a double Taurus. I need my soft bed. It felt like shit. At 2 in the morning, where my newborn is crying for me, and I'm trying to work on this, and I'm trying to get things done. It was really hard, and my husband wasn't getting any sleep. I missed being in bed next to them because we bed shared. I kept having to stop because I had postpartum anxiety, and I wanted to make sure she was okay without me. It was terrifying. And then when I went full time with my business, I noticed that started happening. I wouldn't stay up 24 hours again, but I would be up till 1 in the morning on the hotlines, or I'd be up working on my website, because we still share a room with our daughter, because that's just what we have right now, and we would sit in the dark for hours waiting for her to fall asleep, and I would be there just staring at the computer screen trying to work on the hotlines. Or I would be up working on my website or my Etsy shop, and the next day I would have to go work online because I still worked at home, but I'd have to fit working on my business in there at some point. And even while I was going to school, I was fitting in a blog, because I was told that you had to blog. I was working on a website because I was told you had to have a website. I actually have 2 of them. it was hard. And I was hustling so hard and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. It was nothing but frequent frustration at things not moving fast enough. Because I'm working so hard, why is everything else not working for me, right? I was doing a billion and one things while also trying to be a wife with some kind of a sex life, while getting some kind of sleep, and being a nurturing mother that isn't, you know, bitchy or nipping at my child all day because I'm tired and I'm frustrated and she's just being a toddler. Trying to get rent paid on time. It was a mess, right? So when I realized that there was this gap where obviously things could be easier, if I'm looking at all of my coaches and I'm working to invest in them and I'm working my ass off to get these payments on, how are they doing everything and keeping their sanity and working less than I am, right? So it's like, Tracy, I love that song. Yay! Hi, Natalie. Nice to see you too. So it's like, who here can relate to that? If that's what you're going through right now, or if that's what you went through at some point, give me a heart or a like, let me know. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know. Give me a hashtag replay, let me know that you're watching. If you have questions at any time, go ahead and pop them in. But let me know if you're feeling that, okay? If you have ever had to stay up all night taking care of your kid and trying to work on your business, or if you are sick, like I have been sick as a dog and it's still up working on my business when I should be sleeping, where my body is like on total breakdown, right? It's what I'm going through right now. Got you. Gosh, I totally relate, as you know. Oh yeah. Totally get that. Hi Dee, happy to have you. So you guys know what I'm talking about. It's this physical, mental, emotional exhaustion, right? So I was like, how can I make this really work for me? I sat down and first of all, I went through my coach's content. Both of my coaches, I had my Etsy coach first, and then I had a Taro business coach next. And I went through their content first because even though I'm a double Taurus, I've got that Mercury and Gemini, so I'm like, give me information. And my headline is like all the way almost to the other side of my hand, so I think through things a lot. I'm a thinker. So, I was sitting there and I'm processing all this information and I immediately go apply it from how quickly I go through things, right? That's why I was always labeled teacher's pet in class, even though that's not really what I am. I'm just a person who takes detailed notes, and I respect the teachers so much that I, almost to the point of naivety, I used to, where I'd put them on this pedestal. They could do nothing wrong and I'm going to listen to everything that they say, because that's how I was raised. Do that with your elders. So I was doing that and I was following everything they were doing, and the thing that clicked, the thing that helped me even get some kind of breath and start being able to use my time the best was a couple of things. First of all, sitting down and having a schedule and sticking to it. Oh my God. Especially when I went full-time with my business or when I was in between jobs, I honestly can't do it anymore. I can't be up in the middle of the night working on my stuff when I should be sleeping, or when I could be playing Portal Night with my husband, or I could be hugging my daughter and we're watching the babies, aka call the midwife, right? Or listening to Sing for the billionth time because I kind of want to watch it and Lily kind of pays attention. I can't be working on my business all the time. I have to have some kind of breath. I have to step away, because if I am in it all the time, I get stressed out. And the thing that really cemented having a schedule for me is everybody else, like, they could go to work, they'd go to their 9 to 5s, and it would be, as soon as they left the door, they left the door, right? But when you own a business and you work from home, the door is everywhere. You have to create this kind of separation, otherwise you're constantly just going to be doing it and you're going to drive yourself nuts. And I get it. Like, I was in desperation mode hard. We were living in a basement with mold. growing on the ceiling. We had one bathroom with a really hard shower. My daughter is like terrified of showers now because of the water pressure in there. Spiders were everywhere, and my husband's like extremely arachnophobic. And I'm not too good with spiders either. We shared a room that was filthy and gross, and I was trying to work on my business, so I was in desperation mode. If I had a $97 reading and you hear of business owners doing that happy dance, that's what I was doing. I was like head banging hard. I was so excited because it's like, yes, we have food, because we were doing nothing but eating out of the microwave and doing takeout, which is not good for your health in general. And at the same time, trying to be this holistic person, trying to talk to people about chakra healing and stuff. So setting a schedule really helped because it gave me practice in boundaries, gave me practice in barriers of during this time I am working, you do not mess with me. You are quiet. You do not come into the room when I am working, right? It took me literally having to do that and going across town to go to my husband's grandmother's house, my grandmother-in-law's house, which now we're living with her. But when she was by herself, it took me literally going all the way across town to go work on that. And go work on my business away from the house. So then when I left her house, I was not working. It was rough. But creating that consistency of this is when I am online, then clients weren't bugging me at 2 a.m. and I wasn't acting like I was so desperate to please that I had to talk to them. It was creating a sense of pattern for me because I'm big on repetition. I am the easiest person to assassinate because I am such a creature of habit, down to the exact spot that I like to sit in, and this is the exact notebook I like to use, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, it helped me get that creature of habit continuing again without being too limiting, that this is the time that I work. So that was the first thing that really helped. The second thing was those times that I'm not working, I use automation. And I have tried every automation out there. During that time when I was brand new and I didn't have money to invest in my business, I tried literally every free version of every automation you could probably think of for the first 30 days, first 40 days, first 40 pins, that kind of thing. I used it all. And I did it. Hi, Lauren. And because of that, I was able to start getting some traction in my business without me having to go out there. It's because, for example, when I first started my business, it was common to say that you needed to pin to Pinterest, like share your stuff to Pinterest 14 times a day, 14 pins. A lot of people will go in there and just go boom, 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 and they'll just go do it, right? However, Pinterest isn't like that. It's very spammy, especially if it's only your stuff. So if you put it on a scheduler, on an automator, and you shuffle it up, it's so much easier. And I made a post about this in the group, I believe last week. It might have been this week, but I think it was last week. About Tailwind. I started using Tailwind first. And that was the first one that I really invested in because I'm like, Pinterest is awesome, especially for Etsy sellers. I made pins. I made hundreds of them. And I optimized my Pinterest so all the boards match exactly the kind of person that wants to come in and come talk to me. It fits my audience. I know how they're getting to me. And I set that automation and I left it alone, right? Like I set it and once a month is when I go in there and I schedule everything for the next 30 days. So I do that. If I had a new workshop popping up here in the group, that's how this group was growing very well because I was making pins every time there was a new workshop. Anytime I had a program, same thing. I would do that. I'd do it for my readings. I did it for literally everything. And I left it alone. And business started growing. I started getting more enrollments into the academy. Things were flowing. And I go to check it 4 months later. I think when I first started, I had a couple hundred followers on Pinterest. I go to check it, and I had 14,000 followers on my Pinterest. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm not even hardly on here. I just set it, and I left it alone. I come in here once a month to come and look at my stuff. if the times I invest in a VA, I have them go in there and go do that for me. Like, I don't even touch it. And then I started paying attention to it. Like, my business started increasing because I was using automation. Traffic was coming to me because I was using this, and it was saving me. Instead of constantly making new content with all the blog posts, I used to do 2 blog posts a week. Oh my God. Actually, sometimes it was like 3 or 4 too. Instead of doing that, I was recycling my content and letting it work for me, letting the things that I had already created do things for me. And now my Pinterest, let me take a look again, because last time when I talked to you guys about that, it was like 151,000 followers on Pinterest now. And I'm like, that's 151,000 people that I am reaching on a day-to-day basis just by popping up 14 pins a day that I'm not even physically doing. I'm having a scheduler do it. Or even using nowadays, last week I talked about if you invest $3 a month in some kind of automation. I was talking about Post Planner. That's what I use for Facebook. And you see how often I am in this group. A lot of the times, the evening ones when I'm in here, I'm not actually working. I'm not working during that time. My day cuts off at 1 o'clock, and I have stuff going out in the evenings. But I have like 6 or 7 Facebook groups that I'm running. So everybody's getting nurtured. I'm there for everybody. And if there's a question, I'll pop in like sometimes 3 or 4 times a day to go and take a look and make sure my students are being nurtured. But it's allowing me to show up while allowing me to also turn off my business and go step away for a moment. So does that make sense? Like, learning how to set that schedule first, and then the times that you aren't going to be there, going out and using automation instead, it blew up my business and it helped it so much. I'm looking at my Pinterest right now so I can show you guys, and I can even show you the screen. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Log in. Log in. There we are. Okay, it went down a touch, but that's also because I haven't been paying attention to it. Let's see. Yes, that's what I need big time. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'll show you. Like, hold up. Looking at my second screen up here. Boom. 140.9K now. Yeah. And it's all optimized and everything. There's some stuff in here that you can see, like, that's the Costume Your Cards Challenge blog post, my Tarot Journal inserts, book your first clients in my Thinkific. That's actually a really popular one. What the hell? No wonder. Like, this month, I make usually about $200 to $500 on my Etsy shop each month. It's been increasing steadily, and I've got 600 people that have taken a look at this. I've got 184 people right here for my Don't Make Me Grab the Broom mug. So, like, all of my stuff is optimized, and it's all in here. So feel free to take a look. Like, that's my URL. Like, come look at my... But that's really cool. I never actually go on here and look at this shit. Most I look at the audience insights. But when I started using automation, it helped so much. It just, everything blew up, and it helped it be not so, so hectic, right? It helped it not be so stressful anymore, you know? Hi, Heidi. So it's like, so the easiest way to make money and save time as a biz owner when you're so busy is assessing the problem. My problem was that I was doing too much all the time, to the point where if I had a week's worth of to-dos, excuse me, I would finish it like in a day, in like 3 hours, because it's so much, because I was such an overachiever. I'm like, oh my God, I have to get it all done, because if I get it done, it's going to get me faster to the clients. I'm going to be able to help more people immediately, and it made me burn out so much. So instead, assess the problem. You figure out how to set healthy boundaries, which for me was creating a schedule. And I know a lot of you have a hard time with that. It's a hard time saying yes to I will be there because you don't have a set schedule and things aren't completely like concrete on a consistent basis for you. And then set up automation. Beautiful, nice and easy. And a lot of automation is free to start, like Tailwind, what I use for my pins. I believe it's the first 40 pins that you do is free. True, if you do 14 a day like I do, you're going to run out of that very quickly. They also do an Instagram one as well. Wherever your audience likes to live, wherever your ideal client likes to live, go find that. But if you do that, that saves so much time on your hands, and you start, if you let it go for at least 30 days, because that's when you can start seeing sustainable growth and you actually have a nice measurement of time to take a look at. You start getting some traffic, you start building things up, things are flowing a lot more, right? And people start knowing you without you having to hustle, because hustling is crap, right? So, does that make sense? Let's see, Tracy, woo, mouse. Tracy says, could you list which automation you use for each type of media? I'm mainly on Facebook and Instagram, but would like to know what is best for each platform as I expand and grow and developed in different areas and services. Oh, thank you, Dee, for following me. Thank you. You're awesome sauce. Hi, Annette. I see you. Oh, that's a wonderful question, Tracy. So, first of all, I don't want you to invest in the automation unless you know where your ideal client lives. If you were with us last week doing the business modality workshop, if you haven't grabbed it, go do it. You can go in the events tab or look, if you go into the videos tab, and you can go find that easier. But I want you to find out where your ideal client lives first, because your client, your different versions of you, is going to live on different places online, because they're going to want information in different ways. So once you figure that out first, because I don't want you to be everywhere at once, because that leads to more burnout, right? There, you can use different things. So I recommend Post Planner for Facebook, because I really, you can recycle content a lot easier. You can move things around a lot easier. It links to Canva, which I am a huge fan of for Canva. It's very fluid, and it lets me edit my photos right in there and drag and drop things. I can even schedule video. But I like Facebook. Facebook Scheduler, I like using Post Planner. It also does Twitter, but I have a Twitter account. I'm not big on Twitter. At least I'm assuming I'm not big on Twitter. I don't ever pay attention to my Twitter account. But you can schedule it if you are on there. You can also, I believe, do Instagram on there. Not 100% sure. For Tailwind, that's Pinterest and Instagram. I know those are on there, right? And by the way, Post Planner at the lowest payment is $3 a month, I believe. And that's if you don't have 1,000,000,001 groups like I do. I spend, with all of my different groups, $14 a month, which is still not that bad. For Tailwind, I spend $30 a month, but that is me posting 14 times a day with different content. That also gives me access to Tailwind tribes where I can do other people's content and I can filter it through, because Pinterest likes if you share other people's stuff too, right? And it sends you reports letting you know how much you've grown and things like that, right? Oh, Kelly, I just got your message. I will talk to you in a moment. Please healing. Please go heal. Don't worry about it. Please go heal. For Pinterest, I really recommend Tailwind, and it is really good for Instagram too, because both of them let you look at your analytics. But the thing about those is you gotta do more than just add the automation. Automation's great to start, but for all of these, you need to optimize it to when your audience is going to be on the most often. The topics that they want to talk to you about, what they really need help with. Like saving time when you're busy is a big one for you guys. That's why I came on here to talk to you about this today. Going through and talking to people, like making it a cohesive brand, which all of my stuff, I like to make sure looks the same. It has some kind of mark of me, whether that's the font or the color palette that I use. I invest in that and I go through, and I know Tracy, you are a part of the 6-week program. If you hop into the units tab for Creative Market and you go through there, that's where I get all of my branding stuff, is through Creative Market. And that's a good way to get you started. But for Tumblr, it comes with an automatic scheduler. If you have people that are on there, like if you have people that are actually on there and that's where your audience lives, you can use a Tumblr scheduler. There is one thing called Tumblr Plus that I still can't find. I talked to Nicole about that the other day. I still need to find it. I can't find the stupid link for it, which is a really good scheduler. But Tumblr comes automatically with its own scheduler too. Now, if you can't invest in a scheduler right away, a lot of the platforms are starting to make it so you can schedule things ahead. Pinterest, not sure because I haven't done that in a long time. Instagram, I know, does not let you schedule ahead. However, Facebook lets you schedule ahead now, whether you're in a group or on your Facebook page. When you're making a post, just look for the little clock next to your post button, and it's right there. It shows up on both mobile and on the computer. Tumblr, same thing. Just hit Q instead of going and posting right now. Or you can schedule it for a specific time later. If you don't want to add it to your queue and have it run automatically once or twice a day. Twitter, not sure about that because again, I'm not a Twitter person. But I want you, if for automation, there's all kinds of different options. The best thing is to do some research and to try. There's also Later, I really liked Later. Hootsuite is okay. I'm not a big fan of Hootsuite's platform anymore. But I did use them majority of last year until I switched to Post Planner. There's one that starts with a V that I can't remember right now. That was really, really good. That lets you actually see the whole month ahead of time. It also Later lets you see your entire Instagram story, like your Instagram platform, and that's how I was able to make grids. Okay. I love you ladies, but I've got to mute you. I gotta mute. Mute. Open in Messenger, please. I'll mute that because it keeps popping up on me. I love you ladies, but I need some, I've got to focus on this. It keeps drawing my attention away and I don't like doing that. There's all kinds of different automations out there. It's just a matter of investigating, researching, comparing the two, seeing how it works for you. That's why it's a good idea to try the 30-day trial sometimes, because then that lets you see how your engagement goes. Usually after 30-day period, even for Etsy SEO and all that kind of stuff and your website SEO, it's a good trial period to see if your keywords, if your automation, things like that are actually working for you. So I hope that really answered the question. I apologize for continually stopping. People are just messaging me like relentlessly. Let's see. And I can't mute my entire inbox. No. Until I turn it back on. Thank you. There we go. Let's see. Does anybody ever have any other questions? Because I love that. That was a wonderful question. And no, it's not on Zoom, Bobby. I see you. Let's see. Let's get Bobby in here. Yeah, I was gonna say, Bobby, I was just about to message you, like, yeah, you did find me. Yeah, I'm right here. You're good, Kelly. You can't control other people. You're all good. All good. And it's not just you. It's like 15 other people trying to talk to me. Let's see. Is there any other questions? Let's see. That was a really wonderful question. Let's see. Hello again, Caitlin. Okay. Okay. So, what can you do to start enacting this today, right? A good way to not overwhelm yourself ahead of time, like in general, is picking one day a month to set your automation up, right? To set your scheduler up. That's when you can sit down and just get all of that out of the way. Any blog posts that you've created that need new pins, if you have, ideally, for your content creation calendar, the things that you're going to be doing, you need to have at least 30 days. Ideally, I would want you to have 90, but sometimes people don't like being that far ahead. So for at least every 30 days, you need to have your content calendar. This can revolve around your programs, your readings, your products that you're selling, depending on the season. Like right now, everybody is coming down from New Year's and getting ready for Valentine's Day right now for next month. And whatever classes that you're teaching, right? So, or any Reiki healings or anything like that. Get your program in mind and then create your content around that if you have not done that. Please do that. Create your content. If you need help doing that, I've got the 2019 planner on the Etsy shop that helps you list it out and get your brand and get you all of that kind of stuff too, and get you time management stuff. Well, also it gives you a place to put all your stuff down for a digital and a physical planner. I would recommend digital right now because that's 325 pages. And I don't want you to break the bank printing that out, but it's up to you. So write it down somewhere, get your content planner done, and then pick one day to sit down for 3-4 hours. Now I can bust it out in an hour, but that's because I've been doing this for 2 years, right? Sit down for 3-4 hours and create all of your content. It's going to be slow at first. It's going to be a little frustrating, especially if you're not used to busting out your content like that. But pop it in your scheduler. Then you're always on point. If you go live, you can talk about a blog post you put up for that week. Even if you are running a blog and you have your WordPress or Weebly or whatever you want to do, you can schedule that stuff ahead of time. That's what I used to do. I would create 3 or 4 months of content ahead of time and talk to people and tell them, okay, this is when your post about, this is when my post about your shop or your content is going to be going up, right? That way they had it and they would have the image and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, get it all done and then schedule, and then you don't have to worry about it. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Unless you have an epiphany or you actually have a download or something that really fits and it's not you going into desperation mode, then leave it alone. If you do have that stuff and it's necessary for you to change your stuff ahead of time, then go ahead and start shifting your stuff around. But don't delete the content, just shift it somewhere else so you can still use it, because that's your time that you put in, right? Yay! I know, Tracy, you printed it out and I'm like, oh my god! If it gets really popular, then we'll go ahead and have a physical version of it, but for the moment we're going to keep it digital. And the easy thing about automation and batch scheduling your stuff, you can do this for your Etsy shop, whether you're a physical product maker or you have readings or healings or services on Etsy. You can do this ahead of time. Create at least 5 to 10 new items for the month, save them as drafts, and then every Monday or whenever it's optimized for your shop, like when the traffic is highest, go in there and post a new one. Go share it, and then share it on social media. Pop it on your Instagram, pop it on your Facebook, pop it on Pinterest, whatever it is. Add it to your scheduler and run it through, because then that's going to help SEO go for you. Adding more listings boosts you higher up in the rankings because it shows that your shop is active. So that's another way you can do it. You could literally batch schedule everything. All of my Etsy stuff, I would pick one day out of the month to make 30 or 40 pictures. I have all my stuff up in the closet where it's all of my branded feathers and props and backgrounds that I would put with my with my cards. And I'd take pictures of them and then make new Etsy photos. And every listing had at least 5 or 8 photos that you would be able to look at. And they had text on them and they made it look really nice. And they were branded to me because it's the same background. It's the same props, right? It's just my shop. And each listing that had a different deck, I used the cards from that deck. Very easy. So you can batch this with all your kind of stuff, but if you want to start saving the headache now, so you're not in content desperation mode anymore, start batching your stuff and scheduling it ahead of time and add it on an automator. That saved me a world of trouble. That's all I do. I pick one day out of the month and I make all of my stuff for the month, and boom, it's done. I can focus on client calls, or I can focus on coaching calls, or making presentations for my programs, whatever it is. And the cool thing, if you use an automation like Post Planner, where it's something that needs to be repeated every week, you can set it so it repeats every week and you don't have to make 15 freaking separate posts for it like Hootsuite and stuff makes you do. You can just set repeat weekly and put an end date for it and done. Saves you time, saves you energy. And that's all I really want, is I want it to be nice and easy for you with zero hustle, right? Let's put it all together and then it's done. Caitlin says, I really need to start the 1 day a month for monthly prep. And actually, like I said, if you want to start with 30 days, do that. Ideally, especially those of you who are in my programs, I want you to do 90 days. Because then you don't have to worry about nothing. You know what you're doing. That gives you the opportunity to calculate your money possibility. Every week you should know what you're doing, and then every day you should know what you're doing as well. It saves you time, saves you energy, and you get a flow going, right? Because that's all we really want is flow. Like a river, everything is just moving downstream. All the problems are eroding out of the way. It's nice and easy. So, hi Mariah. And this is, let's say you're not a business owner. What if you're just trying to build your practice? Same thing. Create a 30-day tracker in your journal so that every day when you pull a card or look at your hands or whatever type of divination you do, if you read boogers, I don't care what you do, have a place to write it down. That way for 30 days you can track your progress. You create this habit. If you can do it for 30 days, any kind of habit that you want to create, you'll be able to see your progress after that time. That's why any kind of law of attraction coaches tell you start meditating every day for 30 days. 30 days creates a great sustainable habit. Journaling, writing 3 pages every single day for writers or artists or anybody in the creative field creates a wonderful habit. If you're an improv actor and you need to be educated about yourself, subscribe to the newspaper, or get the newspaper apps on your phone and read it every day for 30 days so you can stay up to date on current events. Your content for improv and for doing your job as an actor is going to go through the fucking roof. Consistency for 30 days, right? So, and the reason I'm bringing this up, wanting to make your life easier, is because that's really what I want to do. My biggest thing as a teacher is I want your life to be nice and easy. I've been through some of the shit that you're going through, and I know it sucks. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that you're being supported as much as you can, you're nurtured as much as you can, and know that you're totally going to get through this. It's just a really rough period, right? So, oh shoot, it's snowing. I didn't notice that. I just noticed things flying out of the side of my eye. It's snowing. Hello, Colorado. The way that I'm going to help do that is for the next 90 days. Not even 90 days. That would be, let's look at it. I want to look at my calendar. Magically, the calendar will come up. Haha, it worked. 30 days. 30 days. Yeah, 60, 75 days. About there. Just had that one, got 6 inches, good luck. But it's Colorado. It's I saw the perfect meme for it today where it's feels like the snow in Colorado is like that person who doesn't want to let go of a fight and they just keep walking back in the room. And another thing, it keeps doing that with the snow. It comes, next day it's gone. Comes, next day it's gone. That's Colorado. If you're not outside in a ski jacket and shorts and flip-flops, then are you really from Colorado? It's -degree weather. We're out here in flip-flops. Whatever. But over the next 75 days, I'm really going to be giving you all kinds of content. I'm going to be giving you all kinds of nurturing because I want your businesses to be amazing for 2019. Also because I have that download that I had earlier this week that I'm like, I want people to come talk to me. I'm actively working on that. Like, me and my coaches are getting all the fine tuning on that because it is giving you, it is shifting the Crone Academy from being one of those teachers that's like, well, here's my program. I'm going to talk to you about it for a month. And then, oh, here's my next one. I don't want to do that because then that's constantly like in your face with buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. I don't like doing that. And the Crone Academy is an online school. It's an online school for diviners to take you from learning your divination and mastering it all the way to having a successful 5-figure business, right? So up here in this academy and in this online school, I want to make that easier for you. So I am going to, I believe it's going to be March when we start. That's why I'm like 60 to 75 days because we're midway through January already. We're going to start releasing programs in semester chunks. So you can apply, not even apply, because it's not even an application process. You can enroll in all the classes that you want to for the academy. And I'm going to come up with a semester schedule to let you know every 6 months what classes will be going out. That's how come I'm like, some people already have enrolled in some classes with the academy. And they're already doing awesome and getting ready for this. I'm going to start doing that. So over the next 60, 75 days, I'm going to be prepping you for all of these classes that are going to be coming out. So we're going to get you prepped from maiden to crone. Even my crones, I've got classes for you too. Actually, you have like the most mega class because you have the opportunity to go on a retreat with me and be in a psychic fair with me, like an online psychic fair, no matter where you are in the world. Like, there's some shit that's going to be coming and I'm like so excited, but I'm not going to tell you all of it yet. So I'm going to be releasing the semester of classes and letting you know what's going to be coming out, I would say beginning of February. But we're going to be tossing all kinds of content at you. So if you want to give me feedback on the programs I have ready for you, hop on a call with me. If you want to see if you're a fit for any of these classes and talk to me one-on-one about it, hop on a call with me. Shoot me a message and I will get to you when I'm tackling my inbox. So, yeah, I know Tracy is going to go ahead and be in the top one for the retreat and the psychic fair. So it's going to be super awesome. So that's why I'm like, let's get your automation together. Let's batch your content. Let's start getting it out. Because if we can get you starting to make money now, and I let you know about these classes, and you accept my invitation for wanting to join us and be a part of our summer semester, you're going to be like, hit the ground running. Boom. And any one-on-one coaching I give you, any group programs and group access that you have, any client reading practice I give you, psychic exercises I give you, any 90-day plan we come up with for you, or automation, like my crones are going to be going over automation and passive income. Anything I give you, you're going to be 1,000% ready for it, and you're going to get return on investment so quickly. Like, because that's what I really want from you. That's what I want to help you with. So, let me know. Like, seriously, hop on a call with me. Let's see, Chat with Rachel. Hop onto my calendar. I went ahead and popped the link for that into the group and into the comments, and I added a pinned comment for it. I would love for you to come join me for this next semester. Give me feedback on it. Come talk to me about it. And I want to see people popping up in the group, letting me know what you're doing for the next 30 days. This is a safe space, okay? I'm going to make sure that you are, it's non-judgmental, that it is warm and welcoming for you here, that it's going to flow. So you are more than welcome, even on Psychic Tuesdays. Ask me for some guidance. No one did Psychic Tuesdays this week, so come ask me. I have no clue what to do for the next 30 days. This is my niche, or what I would like to talk to people about. Can you give me some coaching for this? Sure, utilize what I'm giving you, right? So, does anyone have questions? There's all kinds of stuff in here. I'm going to give it 30 seconds because I can see myself on the screen like being very emphatic about my talking. Let's see. And if you're good, give me hearts and likes. At least let me know that you're alive. Okay. I am watching you guys. I am watching. I'm going to assume you're good if I don't see any questions or anything pop up. Let's see. Dee says, I would love to be a fly on your wall seeing you how you work. You can do a mini-series vid a day with Rachel. Just a thought. Ah, that's fun. I like that. I also, someone had mentioned doing a tarot with toddler time with my daughter because she likes going through my cards and flipping through. That would be a fun vlog series. It's like a day with me. You could see all the things that I do in one day. Like, I get all kinds of stuff done. Let's see. Love that comment. Ah! That's awesome. That's inspired. I'm gonna write that down. Because you're awesome. Oh, geez. Where is it? Today. Day with Rachel vlog. Maybe like a weekly thing. You can see what I do during my days. How I work on my business. I like that idea. Thank you, Dee. Yeah, behind the scenes. Yep, the last behind the scenes thing I did was for one of the challenges. Might have been the musical tarot deck challenge. Might have been. I showed you the behind the scenes of what when you enroll in the academy, how it looks back there. But possibly, I might show you guys what I do throughout the day and that kind of thing. That's like me, ideas, girl, even though when they're always not for me, you're very welcome. Yeah! Downloads all the time doesn't, not all the time are for yourself, so I appreciate that. I will journal about it, I'll meditate on it, see how that goes. Any other things? Even if you've got ideas, shoot, I am happy to have topics to talk to you guys about. If you're really struggling somewhere, if enough people are about it, I'll turn it into a series. Like, I can tell you what we're doing for this next month. Because again, I like walking my talk. I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. Let's see. Come on. My little spreadsheet. I give my my mother's students spreadsheets. That way they can organize all their stuff. And I'm opening up mine right now. Let's see. This month we talked about finding your biz modality. Next month we're talking about boundaries. Boop. Yeah, we're talking about, does having rock solid boundaries make you a high and mighty biz bitch? So, that's going to be next month because people were having issues with that. We might talk about how to fill your calendar with high vibe clients that respect your boundaries and will consistently pay you. We've also got some copywriting stuff, like how to copyright like a playwright. I'm going to tell you the 4 things that you need to word your offers so they sell out every single time. But if you have topics that you are really struggling with, I was also going to teach you guys how I made my first $1,000 month with just passive income, which was awesome. And also I had a challenge idea for passive income. So let me know if you have issues or if you have topics that you are really struggling with. And